Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This is my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, June 4th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I'll do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will still be moving around and changing. That's because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. And then second, I will be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, AMC. Big mover today, came back to life again, along with the next stock I'll be talking about, GameStop. And overall, though, disappointing. But from the bigger picture standpoint, there's still opportunity, and I'll explain what I mean by that. However, from the perspective standpoint, if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, and you're buying up around there, and your plan was to buy and sell within 10 minutes, well, then from that perspective, the chart looks really, really bad. Now, if you care about the bigger picture point of view, then there is still opportunity. There is still a chance for this thing. Let me change that to green to represent support, because the price does still have the chance to build a higher base right here at, let's call it $4.57. And I call that a very important level. And I'm not saying this will occur, but just for explanation's sake, if the price were to come down here and then break down below it, what would that be doing to the price? That would quite literally be putting the price right back in this range where it just was. And that's not exactly a sign of genuine power when a price booms and then goes right back to where it was. So again, I'm not saying that's what's going to occur, but that's why 457, definitely a very, very important level, because as long as the price stays above it, then that would represent some progress in the upwards direction. In terms of areas of resistance, main level in the very near term, right there at about $5.15. Sure, you can talk about these areas as areas of resistance, but in my opinion, one hurdle at a time, and that first key hurdle at that level right there. So yeah, last 30 minutes here, you can see not looking so good, but again, to be fair, it is still above that level of support. So let's see if it can maintain above it. Next one, GME, and same general idea of AMC, all about perspective. If you're a day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought on the open here, you're not having a very good day, because that has been a very rough move. And then as I speak right now, you can see last 30 minutes pushing down towards these areas. With all that being said, like AMC, there's still opportunity here. What is the opportunity here? Well, the price is still above two of the key moving averages within the world of technical analysis. The pink line being the 200 period moving average, purple line being the 50 period moving average, and you can see it's still up above both of those. Now, if the price were to break down below those levels, at that point, things are looking pretty sketchy. Things are not looking very good at all. But as of now, the price is still above those. So from the bigger picture standpoint, you still have to give the advantage to the bulls. Once again, I realize that sounds a little kind of maybe backwards, because to the bulls, what are you talking about? I bought up here. There's no bullishness here. And that's a fair point. But that's why I'm trying to distinguish between more of a scalper day trading standpoint for somebody that cares about the bigger picture point of view. So definitely moving forward, must hold level of support, going to be those moving averages right there. In terms of areas of resistance, key dynamic to watch moving forward right there at about $31.70. Next one, MBOT, and there's a theme here that's starting to form as you're seeing, but nice, strong morning. But depending on your strategy, depending on where you bought, if you bought right there, then yeah, things are not looking very good, because the price did drop down and it's looking pretty shaky right now. But again, from the big picture point of view, there is still opportunity, because the price is still above these moving averages. And if you're not even in yet, then you have a very interesting level down here at, what is that low? $1.20, because it's a kind of a double whammy. You have the first whammy, quote unquote, of support, because it's just that previous low. And then the next whammy of support is that purple line there, 50 period moving average, basically the same level. Now, that doesn't mean that for sure guaranteed the price is going to go down there and for sure guaranteed the price is going to bounce, but it's at least a plausible thought on your part. Nobody could accuse you of just randomly buying at some sort of, location or anything like that. No, there would be thought, there would be logic behind it. Doesn't mean that it is for sure going to work out, but it's not some sort of degenerate random gamble on your part. So if you like these situations where something is very strong and now it's getting relatively ugly, but like I said, there's still a chance for it with these areas of support, then, and if you like this price range down below the $5 mark, certainly keep an eye on it. Next one, CRKN, and all things considered, past few days have been very, very solid. If you look at where those lows were, right there, then you had some lows right there, then you had some lows right here, and now you have today's lows right here. And if you envision each of those as stair steps, well, you do have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction, and that's what you want to see. That is the name of the game. Again, assuming you're not some sort of scalper or day trader that bought up there and wanted to buy and sell within 7 minutes, assuming that's not you and you care about the bigger picture, well, from the bigger picture, even with the pullback, this thing still is trending in the upwards direction. So you want to see those stair steps continue, or better yet, maybe an easier way to just gauge the stair steps, quote unquote, is just to watch that purple line there, 50-period moving average. As the name implies, moving average. So as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. So as long as the price stays above that line, as the line itself moves higher and higher, that's what you want to see in the main dynamic. In terms of areas of resistance, in the very near term, it's all about that pink line right there, 200-period moving average, currently valued at 0.123. So if the price can push up through there, then you got a bigger chance now of potentially going up and doing battle with this general area of resistance up around there. But again, one hurdle at a time. Next one, BPTH, and again, just definitely the common theme of the market today. Big gap up, and then bigger pullbacks, but it's still above these moving averages. So I'm going to start to go through this one quicker because you already get the idea. So if you like to play pullback, well, this one has at least got some sideways action now, right there around the $2.82 mark. So while nothing is guaranteed, is it at least plausible that the price comes down here, kind of bounces around before potentially curling back upwards? Yeah, that is totally plausible. Now, if the price was still just dropping straight down and I was drawing a line, that'd be a much different story. But right now, it's not dropping straight down. It has at least started to go sideways. Now, sideways does not mean guaranteed bottom, but it just becomes a whole lot more plausible at that point. Again, day traders, that bar right there, chart's not looking so good for you, but if you care about the bigger picture of things, there is still an opportunity for this thing to build that higher base, and that's how those longer-term uptrends are constructed. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering later on in the week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage you can use to get signed up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. Next one, NIO, and just well, again, beautiful move, but a beautiful move assuming you care about the big picture point of view, because I do understand and realize it started off with a gap up, price ran here and pulled back. So from that angle, not a beautiful move. But from the bigger picture, this will mean a little bit more to those that have watched the past videos. Hopefully remember me talking about that purple line there, 50-period moving average, and the pink line there, 200-period moving average. But check it out. Big pullback, found some support right at that pink line, went sideways, and then just is, cruising beautifully above those moving averages. So from the big picture point of view, everything is still perfectly fine. In fact, it behaved exactly like you would want to see it behave as it came down to those moving averages, went sideways, and now as I speak, you can see starting to push itself up towards those highs. So from that angle, very, very healthy price movement because nothing can go straight up. But on that note, if you haven't connected those dots, the key area and definitely the important level of support to hold moving forward is going to be those moving averages. In terms of areas of resistance, still all about this area right up here around 555. Sure, the price did break through it temporarily this morning, but that momentum did not last long at all, and it disappeared. And after it disappeared, as you can see there, a bigger pullback. So 555 still will be public enemy number one moving forward. Next one, MARA, and what I find interesting about this one is a couple of, I think, very relatively well-defined areas. First one from a resistance standpoint, definitely right up here at the level of $21.15. Now, it's not exact, but you can see right here, basically directly off it, slightly above it, a little bit more above it. But point here being is that 21.15 mark is definitely a range, an area where, as history has told us, whenever the price gets around there, it's like somebody flips a switch and the momentum just disappears. That's not to say that the price can never, ever break above this area. I'm just saying that, when you look at this action here, it makes sense why the price, has struggled up here, especially today's action right there, as it's occurred 3 times before. On the flip side of things, as far as areas of support are concerned, so again, change that to green, main area of support, going to be right down there at that level of the $19 mark, so keep an eye on that. Now, if the price breaks below 19, as you're seeing there, that would be starting to put the price down at levels that it's not seen for quite a while. So if you're bullish, you want to see progress being made, not seeing the price fall down into locations of the chart that it hasn't seen. But so far, so good. 19 has held, and we'll see if the price can curl back upwards and maybe finally get a break up through that 21.15. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and let me zoom out because yes, from the bigger picture point of view, nothing has really changed. Although I am going to make one adjustment, and it is a bullish adjustment because I am going to adjust this area of resistance up to that level right there at the 182 mark. And whenever levels of resistance need to be adjusted in the upwards direction, that's always a positive sign. But yeah, this level here has, especially after today, with that price movement right there. But you look at the track record of this area, rejected the price, and rejected the price. 182, clearly going to be not an impossible level to break through, but a level where the bulls really are going to have to bring their A game if they're going to be able to push up through there. So definitely keep a close eye on 182. That is certainly, from a technical standpoint, a pivotal level that if there is going to be any sort of, further upward strong momentum, then that level is not only going to need to be broken above, but maintained above, because right here, the price did break above the level, couldn't maintain above it. Did break above it today, couldn't maintain above it. So keep an eye on that. And then as far as supports, nothing new here to report. Still about 172.75. Next one, ticker symbol ALBT, and beautiful mover today. Good solid pattern. So we have this resistance part of the pattern right here, a bit of a pullback. And then we also have, now when I say a bit of a pullback, I'll explain that. So we have this area here, which illustrates the bottom part of the pattern. Let me change that to green. And then keep everything the same colors, maybe make the pattern easier to see. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big move up for you golfers. Try to make it a little bit more visual. Put the golf hole down here. This would be a bull pennant pattern. So just because something's bullish in a pattern doesn't mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go up. But it would be shocking. Would it catch people like, wow, I didn't see that coming if it consolidated and then made some sort of move like that and broke up through that level and gained more momentum? No, I don't think that would catch anybody off guard. So if you like stocks down below $2, you like bull pennant patterns, definitely keep an eye on it. Next one, ticker symbol TQQQ. And overall, nice recovery late day, especially last 30 minutes. Good solid stuff there. Pulled back a little bit here, and then, but in all actuality, when I combine that with, Friday's movement, pretty much a bull flag pattern, got the breakout of the bull flag. So my main question moving forward with that bull flag breakout is there going to be more continuation? And the next and key hurdle for that continuation is going to be the pink line right there, 200 period moving average. You can see right there, it actually rejected the price, and that's right where the price is stopped right there. So that'll be the first big battleground. If the price can push up through there, that'd be a great sign of strength. With the next key battleground, to then watch up there that red line, which is valued at $64, and we'll call it 15 cents. But like I said, considering how things were going earlier with this pretty rough pullback, but now got the breakout up through it. So does this lead to more momentum? Does this lead to more upside pressure? We'll see what Tuesday has to offer. Now, I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a second, but for you stock traders, again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more, definitely get signed up for the free live training. And when I say live, I really mean it. So bring your questions and we will talk about them live. So it'll be later this week, Thursday, June 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification, we're no longer looking at the 30-minute time frame. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame. So each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours. And I like to do this time frame just because Bitcoin is open 24/7. So that'll keep this analysis relevant for as long as possible. And overall, a good, solid weekend. A little disappointing in the sense of the price, and this will mean a little bit more to those that have watched past videos, but the price did actually break up through that resistance line right there. But it was kind of been a common theme. Momentum did not last. Let me zoom in here a little bit. You can see momentum did not last, fell back below it, tried again, but right there, unfortunately, that red line has gone back to acting as resistance. So I'm just going to operate on the premise that you're watching this video 15, 20 hours after I get it uploaded. So question number one you're going to ask yourself is, okay, if you're watching this 15, 20 hours from now, where's the price at relative to that trend line? Is the price back up above there? Fantastic. That would mean a breakout is back underway. Now, how good of a breakout? Well, very easy to answer that. How far up above that red line is it? The further away from the price the red line is to the upside, the stronger and more attractive the breakout has become. On the flip side, if you're saying, well, Clay, actually, I'm watching this 20 hours from now and the price is still down below that red line, not the end of the world. Next question would be, okay, well, where's the price at relative to the purple line right there, 50 period moving average? If the price is down below there, then definitely I would say a very, very important question would be, okay, well, fine, but where's the price at relative to 65,850? If somehow you're answering the question that the price is down below there, and I highly doubt you are, that would mean that something has gone very wrong with Bitcoin and that the bears have shown up in a very, very big way. But at least as of right now, as I record, the big exciting question is, okay, it's still within striking distance of that, trend line. Can it get it to break and then gain more momentum? You'll have a much better idea because, like I said, you'll be watching this and you'll be able to see the chart and see its current form at that state and time. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to get signed up for this free live class because what you learn about can and definitely should be used within the world of crypto and Bitcoin. So like I said, it'll be later this week, Thursday, June 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's genuinely live. So bring your questions so we can talk about them and, have a good discussion. So thanks for watching. If you appreciate these top 10 videos, hit that like button. If you have a request for a future one to do in a top 10 video, let me know it on the comment section. I'll do my best to include that. So thanks for watching. Go get signed up for that free class.